Hello, everybody. This is the African Actions Network. I am James Jensen. I'm sitting here at the time, and we are expecting Anthony Williams. Anthony Williams leads within District 2, Pleebo, Sodoken District within Maryland County. He is leading in the election that was conducted, the legislative election that was conducted in that part of Liberia. And he went against the current Speaker of the House of Representatives, Buford Chambers, Dr. Buford Chambers. And that election seems to be in problem. The National Election Commission has not concluded on that district. We are told even that there is a case that is ongoing, meaning this case when the court Buford Chambers filed a complaint. But we want to get Anthony Williams to say what actually is happening in Maryland County, since he is the leading candidate in Pleebo Sodoken district. It's district number 2 of Maryland County. But it's a lot difficult. Liberia has a very serious challenge right now. And not even now, it's been, I don't know how long that has been. He's finding it very difficult with internet problem. So wanting him to come live, it's a little difficult for him at this time, especially it's about nighttime there. I think it's going to 9 o'clock. I think it should be after 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. So what we have tried, we try to blend our software here and see whether we can call him. And if we get him, that would be good. Then we will also talk about the transitional committee that's been set up. But primarily, this show was intended to hear some detail from the leading candidate within that part of Liberia. Anthony is supposed to win the election until otherwise. But I think from all that we are hearing, it's likely to be the winner of the election. So let's see whether we can call Anthony. If Anthony can get on, that would be good. Other than that, hey, we go on with our next topic, which is the transitional period. What do you think about the transitional committee? You have an idea as to the persons that are on the transitional committee. What do you think about them? Are you worried about, or are you concerned about the transitional committee's budget? Can the Joseph Boakai's government start with being transparent to say the transitional committee will use $1 million, $2 million, or $50,000, whatever the situation is? There a budget for the transitional committee? Are you concerned? The names you have heard so far, have you begin to have hope in the government to come? So we will talk a little bit about that. Today's show is to talk to Anthony Williams, who is now leading in the Maryland County District 2 representative seat, Pleebo Sodoken District. That district is where Speaker Buford Chambers is from. And from all accounts from the National Election Commission, the preliminary result announced, Anthony Williams leads in that part of the country. So let's see whether we can call Anthony Williams. If we can get him, that would be good. If we can't get him because internet's problem. And I think from this point, we can also say for certain that with the internet problem, that should be a concern for the broadcast government. If you want to prioritize education, in this age and time, you don't have internet, there's a problem for the young people. Even a representative elect or someone who's supposed to be a representative that we can call and just hear what he has to say, struggling with internet issue, much more to talk about the larger society and the children of Liberia who have been using iPads and other business. So internet issue is a situation that should be addressed. It should be one of the issues within the 100-day priorities. But let's see what we can call Anthony Williams and hear from him what probably he will say if we can get him. Hey, Mr. Williams.
Johnson.
Yeah, how are you? How are you? You are live. So we just wanted to talk to you quickly. How is Liberia? How the momentum?
Well, Labra is okay right now. Yes, and the momentum okay.
Okay. Well, the internet is giving you problems, so we wouldn't be able to talk to you the way we wanted to. But let me ask you quickly: what is the situation over your victory? You lead with with the election that was held in Pleebo Sodoken district, District 2, right?
Sure.
So what is the number like?
Well, the election was conducted on the 10th of October, like you said, and the next announcement on the 18th of October as a winner with 8,105 votes,
Okay.
and Chima has 8,024. So since then, Chima has challenged the results on grounds that from old Sodoken, the voting that took place there, the devil took the ballot bags, and in fact, somebody was standing in the house who was teaching people how to vote, and in fact, there was a riot in the place. So that was the case Chimo took at the board of the National Election Commission at the hearing officer.
Okay.
But I was almost surprised again while we're going into that case. Chimo brought another case again. He said he's not satisfied with one. Also, again, he forgot him, but he want to introduce another case. He just introduced another case to the game called Can 5, Division 5. He said that place when he vote was not counted there and it has been added today that they should look into that other complaint that Chimo just filed today, which of course they are in violation of the hearing and procedure law that says the National Election Commission give every candidate
Right.
or party 7 days after the announcement of the election result. If you have any issue, you must raise it.
Okay.
But when the 7 days have expired, you cannot raise anything again. But today, I was almost surprised the board ruled in his favor that the new complaint after since the 18th, they announced it.
Oh, wow. Wow. The internet situation is really giving him problem, but I think that's a vital information he was sharing with us, and we hope we can get Anthony back. Um, what I'm hearing from Anthony is like Buffalo Chima had he has earlier filed a complaint, okay, and that complaint was heard, and probably, and we hope we get Anthony back. And from the hearing officer, that complaint has not been fully adjudicated. And then Buffalo Chima, whether he amended that complaint or whether that complaint ended from what he's telling or today on today's date. Hello, Anthony.
Yeah,
Yes. So you were telling us something very important about a new complaint being filed today, right?
yes.
So have they served you a copy of the complaint?
No, what happened there is that they had the old complaint
Uh-huh.
that we're looking into from the old Sodoken since they announced the results
Okay.
until almost surprised. I think this gone Monday, and
Mm.
then Serena said they wanted to amend the case,
Okay.
which of course were in violation of the hearing and procedure regulations that you can amend the case when they start taking evidence,
Right.
they start taking the assignment. But almost surprised the board ruled in their favor, and the board said they should add and the amendment they wanted to do, which of course they added today, and the new amendment they added there, it gave them 203 votes additional, and it gave him 141 votes extra.
Wow. So what do you so
So when
what so what do you intend to do? Why you're a lawyer? You have a team of lawyers?
yeah, the lawyers are there. I got consider Anthony Mason, and I have consider Marty Connor, and I also have a Boston too. Yeah, I also too.
Elisha too,
They
okay?
did the Secretary General for the CPP. They all there, and they said once the board of commissioner I rule and say that we should add the new amendment that will put additional 203 votes in Timothy favor. We should they have nothing to they can't argue with the vote. Once the vote says it means that's not the way we to. So they were there accurate. So I was just moving up to them because once you are not
So
loyal,
when they add a figure, will that disadvantage you? When they add a figure to buffer Chima, the 200 vote. Oh my God. Hello?
hello?
Yeah, I was asking you, will you be disadvantaged if the 203 votes are added to buffer Chima's number?
Obviously, the margin is very small.
Okay.
I was leading him in the one vote. I want him in the one vote.
Mm-hmm.
And by the virtue of the fact that they have added 203 votes, amendment, which even though they are not accepted yet, but they have amended in the official case. So they have added that area where he said 203 votes was not counted for him. They have accepted the amendment. And on that same play where he said 203 votes was not counted for him. Also for me there, they also argued that 141 vote was not counted for me there as well. So if you take the 203 votes and add it to the 8,024 votes, you'll be having 8,227 votes. Then if you take the 141 vote and add it to my 8,105 votes, I'll be having 8,246 votes. If you do the deduction, I'm still leading him 19 vote margin.
Okay, so with that being said, if that's the case, I mean you are still posed to win the election. Am I correct?
I stay there to win the election. If they even add up 203, and when I say 203, when you raising the alarm, they did not check it. On I see police center, I got 141 there. He got 203 there. So if you add the 203 to a current, number that he got, which is 8,024, we'll be having 8,227. And then if you add a 141 to mine, 8,105, I'll be having 8,246. So if you saw, I stay ahead of him, 19 votes different. But the only strange practice of the law is that even though I'm still ahead of him, I still have a problem with the Board of Commissioners.
Okay.
To have accepted an amendment in the middle of the case when they have started taking evidence, when they have issued assignment, and the hearing officer rejected all of the amendments throughout the investigation of the case. But they are almost surprised the Board of Commissioners they overturned the hearing officer, decision and gave the mandate that or gave the ruling that the hearing officer should amend the case.
Another thing I want. Okay, Anthony, I want to ask you, after the election was announced, did you collect all of the tally sheets?
Sure, I collected the tally sheets.
So was there a recount before the 203 was added to buffer Chimos and then your 100 plus added to your number?
Yeah, after the entire elections, the National Election Commission called all of us to send 2 persons to the National Election Commission head office in Harper. Okay. They said the reason why they were calling for two persons to go at the National Election Commission office in Harper was after the collection of the tally sheet on the field, they were also doing verification at the architect office to verify what came from the field to also match it with your tally sheet that you also have on the field. So we went to Harper, we did that for almost over 4 days. We matched every tally sheet that we got from the field, we matched it with the one that was in the box that they took to the National Election Commission head office. After that process, before they announced me to be the winner. Okay. So today, they have come back and say that 203 votes was not added, for which there was no simple reason argument for the board was saying it was looking too strange to me. I was so surprised. So where the Board of Commissioners got the 203 vote from? Because since you all counted with all of the representatives, the election commission representative or worker, along with your representative and Buffer Chimo's representative, the tally sheets were counted. So where did the election commission get the 203 vote from? Now, what they did is, after the election, they called us to the ministry office in Harper. to do a whole verification of the title sheet that came on the field.
Right.
To match it with the one that will do for our pool washers.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they finish with everything, they tabulated everything and then they announced me as a winner. But on their website, on that website right now, if you go there, you put in the Maryland County Pure Organization number 2, you will see they got one police center there, Camp 5 and 6. Police place number 1. They gave everybody 0 that place on the website.
Okay.
Everybody that 0. Because all the police places that are on the website, they got number attached to it. The real number that we approved for our everybody got a number there. But I didn't go police place, Camp 5, it says, police place number 1, I got 0. Much more got 0, including 9 killing that they got 0 to that place.
Okay.
But if you look at the entire talent sheet, they will tell you 57 or 57 counted 100% complete. But I don't know how they made that mistake. They put that they let that they did not put in the number for that police number 1. Is what Chimopo capitalized on and say it was not counted. So because it was not counted, it means that it was being cheated. So they should add that 203 vote to their number. That's how it came out.
From the way you explain it, suggests that you may have a case. Are your lawyers advising to take this matter before the Supreme Court?
Well, the lawyers they are there. They said we should hear the case. I think I launched to the Councilor Mason, Councilor Murphy, all of them, they are there and they listen to the case. They say we should go into it. If the ending, they will take an appeal.
Okay. If
the ending, they will take an appeal to the Supreme Court.
Okay. So I think that's where the case is. So probably we find a better time. I really wonder us if you were live, we could have we had a show the way we planned it earlier. We had a lot of questions to ask because you are raising a lot of issues, right? We don't want to go into the merit of what is before the hearing officer, but the circumstances, the facts and circumstances surrounding the election, like you say anybody would be concerned about what has happened. If the election was held and the tally sheets were collected and the party's representatives were also called at the polling center, and everything was counted there and then, and Election Commission announced a result from those tally sheets that were tabulated along with all of the parties, it is of concern why the Election Commission is adding 203 votes. Where are they getting 203 votes? If they gave a polling center 0-0, why are they going back to give figures to those centers? So again, we cannot go into those things. I think your lawyers will ask all of the necessary questions. We'll leave that with them. But how did people of Pleebo Sodoken district saying about all of these things that are going on?
Well, I don't want to say something before they say, when something happened, then tomorrow they say, he said it was premeditated.
Okay.
But right now, as I speak to you, the tension is really up in Maryland County. In fact, the people, they have dispatched people from Maryland County from Pleebo to come and witness the case. They have dispatched the rural women and president for the district. They also dispatched the traditional council chairman on his way coming. They will be dispatching the youth president for the district to come to town and find out what is happening. And I don't have the money, but all of them, they're calling me, the traditional council chairman want to come to town, the youth president want to come to town, the motorcycle president want to come to town. So they all they know what is happening here because when the tension spark up back there, nobody will not be able to control it because it happened there before. Because so there is the flow, they are now trying to get angry at what is happening. You want to run out of patience. Every day my phone cannot rest. They just calling me. What is happening there? If you need our support, let us know. But if anything happen here, nobody will be able to control us in the district. We'll do anything we want to do here. So I have just been telling them to just keep quiet and let them just keep the law, a general law take its course. But right now they are running out of patience. And if there's anything go contrary, I will not have the time to say, I can stop everybody because I him. But I want to do anything, you don't have it. You don't have the power. You don't have anything. So right now, the entire district, they are disappointed. and I can show you the tension and what they say right now. I don't know what they are planning. If there's any other thing, I don't know.
I think
Even to just even heard that the poll, even heard today that the poll have accepted the amendment from the old case to accept to add additional case. That thing did not go down well with it. That is the reason why the traditional council chairman is coming to town, the youth president is coming to town, the motorcycle president is coming to town.
But do you suspect any foul play with all of the circumstances going on? Do you suspect any foul play?
Obviously, because I have a recording in my possession. I have a recording in my possession. The election supervisor, the election supervisor and Baba Chima campaign manager, along with Baba Chima office manager in the district, they were in a conversation. And the election supervisor informed the Baba Chima campaign manager, and along with Baba Chima office manager in Pleebo, that said, look, Anthony Williams has won you in that place of raise the concern, which is the old Sodoken. She said, Anthony Williams won you legitimately in that place. If you guys go to that place and keep carrying the complaint to the National Election Commission that you have an issue in old Sodoken, you will not win the case. If they even to recount, the vote that you got there, the 39 votes and for the 56 votes are the one who stuck in the ballot for you. If you do recount or do rerun, you will not get that number of vote again. I can share that recording with you.
Okay, I'll
so the latest the election supervisor they call 60 Mona they told them that if you go to Old Sodoken, you keep raising the issue with Old Sodoken, if you don't find a different place to raise an argument about, and you don't want to be the Old Sodoken, I don't want to lie to you. You will not win the case, and Anthony Williams will win that case because they put in Old Sodoken, they are resolved for Anthony Williams. In fact, we even attempted to do something that they never burn us because they were best, they needed the results that they put in the past. So why not you find different area? You find another area that you can raise argument on, then because of that area, there will be able to alter the result in Old Sodoken or the result in your favor. And two people are what they're doing. They forget that about Old Sodoken, they go to Campan, they go to a new police place. And they say that 200 people was not added. And for which the commission was accepted and the amendment today that for which I feel that now it's coming to fruition or recording is coming to fruition.
Okay, Anthony Wood, I appreciate that you share that recording with us because Liberia, the big picture of the election, even if George Weah can accept the election result, if Buffer was defeated, Buffer should accept the result, right? Now, with all of what you are saying, if Buffer wanted to go to court, Buffer should have gone to court after the election result was announced. The reason of going to court is not after the result is announced, you file a complaint, and then therefrom you go back on the field to also go and fishing for vote. So, but again, we cannot go into those things. But send me the recording, and we will have to set this. You have to do all you can with your internet over there. We'll have to get a good discussion on this matter because I think this is one of the crucial issue that is growing from the election from the just ended election, and the election commission herself. We will need to ask. Maybe I will call the public relation officer there and see whether we can have discussion on this matter very, very well. But the question I will ask before you leave is that I read in the paper that the Marylanders are planning a demonstration. How true is that?
Obviously, just watch and see. You just watch the thing that the National Election Commission is joking with, or the people that are joking. You just watch the situation and see what happened in Pleebo. Because the people have made a decision. They are clear with that decision. There is nothing can change it. Even Timos, they never tracked Timos down, but he was so smart, he ran from all of the district. They wanted to seize all the government vehicles from him. That's what they were planning before he just left them a few times. The guys I got the tape that were organizing to seize all of the government vehicles for him that he no longer represented. He should take all the cars to the district. But he was so smart, he left that every money that somebody take and say, oh no, if you stay here today, tomorrow it will be easy on you. So that thing the National Election Commission is joking with, They want to see something different in our district. That's something different they're looking up for. So they are planning. The guys are planning. That which I'm getting intelligent and I'm trying to find out which way they want to do it. And to be able to tell them that you gave the justice a chance. But that which I know, when people they are angry, and when they decide you don't able to control them. This is not the first time happening in Pleebo. It is not the first time. When it's only taking place in Pleebo, there is no control. You don't have a control. The guys can do it more than you even expect.
What is Anthony? What is the
just in case of even just by the amendment of this case? By the amendment of the case, it's a serious tension brewing in Pleebo. It's just like another community is not there. But it's just by the amendment of this case to accept to act in a decision I can file is something that poses a serious disappointment to the people. So that can you imagine they play their own way, the youth president is coming, the transitional president is coming, the most president is coming. So if they come, they don't understand anything, want to go back into the district, it will be a complete disaster. I can tell you about that. I know
so Anthony, the elders of Maryland County, what are they saying?
They are being clear. They are being clear. We will play also against district. The district are being clear. I want to say the transitional council chairman is coming. In fact, because the transitional council chairman was the one who represented everybody at the time. He was one who represented everybody at the time, and they said they check everything. So today, it was shocking when you heard that they say Kemfa was never checked, and they added that he said, no, it's not possible out there. All the votes were checked. How come?
Wow.
So that's why they come and say that people that disappointed themselves, they have always discarded the war will be presidency in Morovia. The war will be president is here.
Okay, Anthony, we'll stop right there. I know it's late at your end. I hope that we can have a better conversation than this. You had to work on your internet probably, let's say by Wednesday, and see what. But I would need a recording so that we can also ask some more questions. Particularly, so I will have to contact NEC and see whether we can hear from the public affairs officer of the National Election Commission as to what is actually happening in Maryland County. I will also ask some of the elders of Maryland County to see what are they saying, what are their views as to what is going on. But again, it was a pleasure having you. Except you have any final word for your people in Pleebo and also the Marylanders both at home and abroad.
Well, I just want to tell them that strange things are happening. Strange things are happening. Chimos and his entire machinery, they are chunking money all over this place. I can assure you, lawyers that are representing me are being tempted with money. They are proving inconfident. The hearing officers are being tempted with money, including the overnight, witnesses that he created. They are being given money. Can you imagine Chima brought 2 of his witnesses today? He paid away from Maryland County 2 presiding officers from Old Sodoken. Putting play 1, putting play 2. He brought them from Maryland so that they could lie on themselves. But the guys, when he brought them, the guys said they could not play to a game today. They said they would never take the witness stand. But my man, he brought him from Maryland. The presiding officer of Pony Play 1 in Old Sodoken, the presiding officer of Pony Play 2. He transported and brought them up today. When he realized that the guys were not in that, he crooked them to lie. He despised them. He don't need them. They should not take the witness stand. You got to find as he concerned, he not satisfied with them. So the one they hear officers say, but you are the one brother, how can you say you don't need them? I don't need them. Let them go back Maryland. And he started to create own witnesses that he know that will speak in lies in pure. So I want to tell Maryland across the world that right now, to go further is under attack again in Liberia. We have done it. Our people that are votes are now being under attack. The board of commissioners, I need to make sure that they should not bring any problem in this country. They should not bring anything violent, because if it happen, I don't able to control what happened in Pleebo. I don't able to control what happened in Pleebo. Chimo cannot go back in Pleebo. If even they turn a result in a favor, I can give you 100% guarantee. I said where they will deploy ERU, more than 100 or 700 ERU to be in the street for Chimo to walk. He will not go to that place. He can't go back. I can show them because I know what is happening there right now. So they need to make sure they should not create their own laws and then they undermine their own law.
Right.
So I want to tell our brothers and sisters, whosoever know anybody at the level of the National Election Commission, they should please call the commissioners and tell them that what they are playing with, it is dangerous and really, it will bring chaos that they themselves will not be able to control. It will bring chaos that they themselves will not be able to control. And two, it will also undermine the entire National Election Commission or own law. It has started to undermine our own law. I don't know because of whatsoever reason, I don't know. Because money is flying all around this. So I want to tell them that for me, I don't have the money to pay lawyers or to bribe people all around 5,000, 10,000 US, 25,000, 50,000 US. A lot of money they say they spread around today in that place there. I don't know. All the money he did not spend for the election. Now he is spending all the money at the National Election Commission on people that he feel that they can get things going away. I just want to let them know this what happened and whatsoever intervention they can make, they can let them know they can make that intervention. Those home and abroad. This is where we are right now. The money now that he did not use is the money he's using at the National Election Commission because I want the lawyer say this is a strange practice, first of a kind. And the law says when you file a complaint, and you file an election complaint, once they start taking evidence, they have issued a summons, they have done anything, you cannot amend the case. But today, the Board of Commissioners is able to overturn the hearing officer ruling and by denying all of the amendment, denying all of the things they want to do. It went up to the board for summary procedure, and the board overturned the hearing officer and asked him to amend the official case. So they want to say thanks to them. Let them keep me in that prayer. We are here, and I know that at the end of the day, the people for us to be will be respected, and then whatsoever call they can make, they can help us to do that call. But before I leave you, please grab your WhatsApp number. I will share with you the recording where the Mekisidato, who is the artist state mayor for Harper, who is the chief campaign manager, you hear him in conversation with the election supervisor, informing her about what is happening about their arrangement, and the lady will be telling you that play was reserved for Anthony William, the pool that they are committed. So don't go there. In fact, the lady says she sponsored 60% for Baltimore from Harper to Green to come over for too. So once you send me your WhatsApp, I will follow you. I will call you. You listen to the legend supervisor telling you how she cheated me. How she really helped him to pay 60% way to come to Sodoken to register and vote for Chivas.
Was she arrested? Has she been arrested by the election commission?
She is in hearing right now.
Okay. So okay.
Right now.
Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to have you, Anthony, and we'll keep following the case. It's important that borders the integrity of the election commission, and we will follow it up. All right, and know what is going to happen, and the election laws are clear. And if anything else, again, you get lawyers, and I think your lawyers should know what to do. So even if the case went the wrong way, whatever the case is, I think your lawyers should know what to do. If your lawyers are not performing, you also should know what to do. Okay, but we appreciate you coming on our platform, and we will keep following up on this. We will also reach out to all of the concerns. Buffett, I will do all I can to see whether I can give you a call. If he answers me, I'm going to ask him all of these technical questions too to see whether he can give, his side of whatever it is like. So Anthony, I want to say thank you so much. I know it's late on that side, but please, you had to find some means and get a better, strong internet because these kind of discussions, it's I just maneuver to see how I can get you on, but I would love that you come on live so we can all have, more detailed discussion. But thank you. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that was the voice of Anthony Williams. Anthony Williams is one of the candidates or the leading candidates, the presumed winner for Maryland County Pleebo Sodoken District 2. And now what he's saying, the case went to court, the election commission announced the election's result. And from the result of the election, Buffalo Chimers was the least, or he was being led, not led. He was having the least vote. So based on that, he felt cheated, or he felt there was a problem, and so he decided to proceed to court. So he filed his complaint with the election commission. The hearing officer had started the hearing. They have called the case. They called all the witnesses. They went through the case. And so Buffalo, realizing that the evidence was not still in his favor, he ran to the election commissioner, the board of commissioners. Now, what he said, the board of commissioners have done some strange thing. Now, we don't want to take that as a face value, that is his voice. We might have to ask the election commission on these matters. I will do all I can to get in contact with the public relation officer of the election commission and hear from him. Most of the time, these people don't want to keep conversation publicly, but we will have to do all that we can to reach out to them. In fact, Buffalo Chimers, I will do all I can tomorrow to see if I can call, if I can get in directly to call someone that is closer to him so we can hear what is going on from his end. So that is how it is. So Anthony Williams is calling on all Marylanders to get involved and call on the National Election Commission. The attention is growing in Maryland County, specifically Pleebo, Sodoken. I can find it difficult to pronounce that right. Pleebo, Sodoken, District 2 of Maryland County. So it's all about Liberia. It's all about a free, fair, transparent election. If election was held and someone was defeated, it doesn't matter of name. What matters is the figure, the numbers. If the numbers were counted and someone was defeated, like George Weah, right? George Weah knew, even with the margin be so small, but he said to himself, I cannot win this election. So he publicly called Joseph Brockhead and said, look, congratulations. I see no reason why someone else cannot do it. Once again, we will follow that case to its fullest conclusion. Howbeit, we are not a party. We are only here to listen to what is going on. We call Anthony Williams to tell us the story. We have insight as to what is going on in Maryland County already before we call him. And the election result announced Anthony Williams is in the lead. He's a leading candidate. So we have all reason to call in and hear from him. Okay? So with all of what we have heard, first thing is the Election Commission added 203 votes to Buffalo Chimers' number, and added, I think, 100 plus to his number after all the tally was done in the presence of the representatives of those candidates. Now, that's what Anthony Williams says. We're going to follow it up with the Election Commission, if that's what the Election Commission has done. Okay? So we wanted to talk about the transitional committee. We had to postpone that because time is fast spent. This is more important. We have to do some editorial on this matter and see how we can balance this kind of a discussion. If you are listening, hey, just post your comment. We'll be glad to read it. We'll be glad to follow your comment. Okay? It's all about Liberia. No, it's not because of Maryland County. It's about Liberia election under the umbrella of 2023 general presidential legislative elections. So if the leg is caught, the Election Commission's job is halfway done. That issue can bring the Election Commission credibility to question, especially so if there are evidence to show the Election Commission herself is not too free, fair, and transparent. This case has to be followed. Having said those, we want to say thank you for watching. Share the video, make a comment, and if you have interest to discuss this matter, we'll be glad to hear from you further. That's how we come to the close of this program. And of course, this is the African Actions Network. I am James Jensen. Have a pleasant and wonderful night. Bye for now.